Aries, we're here to do your general and love read. Those of you who are new, I'm a psychic medium, as well as a twin flame. Follow me and get to ask live questions during the live readings. I cover the moon energy, as well as astrology and the twin flame path. If you're wanting a booking, the link is below. Let's get into your read. Okay, you've got some interesting energies coming through. Now, your crowning energy. We're going to cover your work, your finances, family, tribe, and people you're mixing with, as well as your love domain of how you're looking at things, how they're looking at things, and what the overall energy is coming through. Again, this can link into your general life as well, and that's why I've pulled the general life energy, as well as do look at the twin flame read that is coming up on the 7th. I might release them early, who knows. Okay, so your crowning energy you have coming through. And again, it depends on what's going on in your life at the moment, but there is this home-related dynamic. As long as something has been built on a sturdy foundation, things are going to be great. But you're looking at foundational related issues. You're looking at your finances, you're looking at your creativity, you're looking at your family domain. Again, with the Gemini energy of the moon, the energy was coming through last month. Potentially it's moving forward again. Then we're moving into the full moon in Sagittarius. Now that is the energy of Jupiter coming through, as well as, I don't know why I keep feeling the Saturn energy and Jupiter is going to be very, very interesting this month. Again, I haven't looked at the transits yet, although I will cover it as time permits because I am currently moving. Now, there is this overall energy of you looking at all these areas. Now, with the nodes being in Cancer, plus you being Aries, your whole world's changing, okay? Aries is the first house, as well as Chiron is an Aries in the first house. You will be looking back on situations and connections and relationships and things you've invested in and going, okay, what did I do? How could I have done it differently? What can I do now? At the moment, you're feeling stuck. You're feeling as though you need to meditate on this because there is processing coming through, but you're wanting change. You do want change in your overall life and your energy. You know those things you can't live there, they're gone. You're stepping into your masculine energy, regardless of what sex you are. If you're a male or female, it's like taking direct action with the 6. Now, spiritually speaking, follow your heart's desires. You can't go back to yesterday, but you can actually look at, what your heart desires, what your heart wants. And there's a lot of manifestation coming through, but there's manifestation happening at a level of detaching from the old, cleaning up of the old energies, especially with the retrograde cycle. What's working, what's not? What can we do at the moment to proceed forward to make the situation in life more balanced? And again, you've got the moon card, and this is your current energy, okay? Follow your instincts. What are your downloads? What is the universe telling you? What is the 3D telling you about what you need to deal with? Now, a lot of people were dealing with the Gemini moon energy, and I've talked about it before it's even really hit. That frequency was coming through where there were 2 collective energies coming through. There was groups of people that were more social, and potentially, not necessarily, potentially avoiding things of a subject matter that needed to be dealt with. So it might have been because you didn't really have complete clarity, you were being more social, networking, having conversations with people about it, getting into the fulfillment of those things, of the socialization factor. Now in clarity, for some of you, you might be thinking, gosh, I've got so much to do. If I want to achieve some of these hopes and dreams, and it's not to come to an end, I need to really put the work into the situations or the areas that have been highlighted for me in my life currently. With the moon energy, it's about your intuition as well. It is the feminine energy. So for some of you, you might be tuning into your twin flame. And again, the twin flame read is coming up. But overall, it is about what's coming through for you, your intuition, what you're going to do about it. And like I said, there were 2 energies coming through. There was a pocket of people that were more social. There's a pocket of people that were hitting the road running, really getting things done. May have been moving house, might have been moving careers, tying up loose ends with paperwork. It was very fast-paced energy. This can still proceed for the next few weeks. Moving forward, again, with your finances, you're going to be cautious. Again, what you invest in, you're being cautious with. It's because of a past tense scenario. So it can be a shock after a massive tower moment and a change, and you go like, okay, what do I do from here? What do I need to change in order to bring that balance back? Some of this is affecting the way you communicate. Some of it is affecting, and again, I feel you're keeping your cards close to your chest because you are meditating. I don't feel, and the clarification is yes, because you've then got the throat chakra upright. So forgive the nails. Like I said, I'm moving. So I'm damaged at the moment. You know, there's half, but I'm not pretentious, so it is what it is. Okay, so there is an energy where you can communicate, but because you're meditating and you're trying to gain that clarity from what did work, what didn't work, where to go from here, you're having your psychic downloads as to what to do, and you're going to make a judgment because at the heart of the reading, you've got judgment. So you're trying to bring balance so that all your connections and all the things you're dealing with are going to be whole and reach their full potential. Because there's some situations that haven't been a pleasure, but to get to that, you need to go through the dark into the light. Your work domain. I feel you guys are tired. I feel as though there is a lot of energy where people could be potentially manipulating you, or they're chucking the guilt on you because you're working too much. You could feel guilty that all you're doing is working and you're not having all this balance everywhere. What is working for you is potentially, you know, critiquing the situation, because you've got friend in reverse. So being critical towards yourself in an analytical way, but seeing the truth of what these people are. It may be that there's lower frequency people you're working with and you don't directly relate to them and you're not as passionate about the position. If you're guided to, especially with the Sagittarius energy coming through with the Jupiter energy, can it be fixed? Can't it? What are you going to do in a sense of steps to move the situation forward and change it? What is blocking you? Could be an older person, okay? So this could be, or an old way of doing things. But again, it's changing something up in the work domain to bring the best out of that situation, I feel. Yeah, you're owning your power. You're really looking at it and going, okay, I have confidence, I have self-love, I've got self-respect and pride. You know, I know what I put into situations. Am I in love with this position anymore? Am I not? Again, I feel you taking the bull by the horns when it comes to something in your career and whatever you're directly working on. It doesn't have to be a job. It can be what you're working on. Now, again, with your finances, let's see what's coming through with your finances. I do feel, again, you're going to be making a judgment. You do have more power in this situation. I feel some of you are changing something to bring in this cash component. And the power isn't with your hands, I think. Some of you are going to be signing documents and have faith in the situation because it's going to bode very well. You've got the priest card. So I do feel some of you may be looking at your finances to get into a connection. Others of you are looking at finances after a connection has ended. But regardless, I feel if you are leaving a job, you're going from one to another, but it's balancing out. What isn't working for you is these things coming at left field, okay? So when it comes to money, yes, the power is in your hand. If you intuitively know that you need to leave a little bit of money, you know, as a surplus, if you need to, okay? It's staying that there will be a surprise, but the power will be in your hands. It won't benefit you, but being prepared for it will be. Because I feel intuitively, you know, there's going to be some added expenses this month, but you'll have the power to be able to handle anything that you're dealing with to take it to that level. Some of you also are getting ready to launch your own business. But you're being cautious with your temptations. You're getting the information before you proceed forward. You're taking the correct steps at a financial level to invest in situations. You're going in very rationally, especially with the Jupiter energy coming through the full moon purge. I do feel by mid-month, the way you're going to be looking at things is going to be differently. You're going to look at it and say, okay, I need more information. I'm following my intuition, especially with my power that I have, you know, with the things that I work on. I'm acknowledging the fact that we reap what we sow. what we put in, we do expect to get out, and it's not an expectation. It's you put the work in, you get the outcome out. But if you're expecting, the reality base is, yes, things can shift, but you shift and grow with them. So you've got that dynamic going on, I feel. Now, with your tribe and your family, this can be your work colleagues, it can be people you're dealing with, banks, employees, the employer. You're taking a playful approach. You're being lighthearted. I feel you're being quite genuine. You really are coming from a very educated sense. But, you know, what is helping you is taking your position very seriously. You're serious when you need to be. You're also responsible when you need to be. And you're taking this month this way. What isn't working for you is it's just forever changing. So some of these dynamics, it's like there may be some codependent energies around you at the moment. Some people might be purging or be triggered. And I've got cords everywhere because I'm moving. Yeah, you know some situations aren't going to change, but you're taking the playful approach, and I feel you're talking to particular individuals. This can be also at work. And then understanding that, you know, some of these people that come into our lives, especially in a sense of tribe, you're yearning to be back with some of these old groups, okay? Some of these other situations in your life, I feel as though they're taking a little bit too much time, and you're doing too much, okay? You have some very, very beautiful aspects coming through for you. But at the same time, I feel you to be a little bit frustrated because you have better things to do, okay? Yes, your work domain, I do feel, has success coming. So I feel that one's in the bag. When it does come to the other aspects of adversity you're dealing with, you're really focusing in quite heavily there. But I feel you're coming to a conclusion that some of these situations aren't going to change. So you're taking them for what they are, and you're shifting your energy onto things of a more pleasurable sense. And again, with that Sagittarius moon, I do feel there will be a release of that, but we can check in during the month. Yeah, it's like that. You feel they don't trust their intuition and they're always turning to you. And it can be sometimes when we're guiding people, we feel that we need to tell people how to do things. But sometimes we can only be ourselves and lead by example, and they learn their lessons energetically on their own. So I really think that's the deal. Love, how you're looking at things in your headspace, you feel a bit stuck. And I do feel it's because of the external dynamics going on. This is be it you're with the person or you're not, okay? This is the energy of your romance. Mentally, you feel stuck, but you know you can get out of some situations, but it's going to mean some conversations. It's tying up of some loose ends. And I feel you're directly trying to achieve those things. Because these things have got old. It's like, look, I've tried it from this way, this way, this way, and I keep getting the same outcome. So mentally, I'm sick of being stuck up in my head. In your heart space, you're balancing too many things, okay? So the external aspect of things at the moment, internally, you're stuck. Externally, you're like, let's get a move on. I've got too much on my plate. You're also looking at two ways this connection can go. You're wanting to take a connection to the next level, but because you've got so much you're balancing, it's preventing taking this connection to the next level. So you know the key to it is actually dealing with these adversities. And I feel, especially from what I'm visually seeing, you are dealing with two areas, external conflict as well as work. There are other situations, and I feel I'm just saying butter. You're spreading yourself too fine, and you physically know that. Externally, your life is hectic. You're wanting this relationship, but you're thinking, hey, while it's like this, this isn't right. I need to do something about it. What is the outcome of that energy? Yeah, you're following your intuition. You're like, I know I need to do this. It's got to happen quick. And again, I'm feeling moon energy, following your intuition, going through that awakening, really evaluating the situation because you know that this isn't working. You know what you want, and you feel it's standing in the way of your happiness. It's preventing reunion. It's preventing the connection going to the next level. Your energy of your partner, the person you're in love with, the person you're thinking in, they're having to use a lot of their masculine frequency. So inside they're trying to be super strong. Externally, they're trying to be playful and, you know, they look at you in a high light. They look at you in a vibrational high light. But again, I feel they're having to do a lot of things on their own due to the burdens that you're carrying. But they are independent, they're fun, they're playful. They are frustrated, but they're still tolerant and understanding. They don't feel, you know, internally they're trying to be good to themselves. And internally they know that this is a very deep connection. Externally, with all the conflict that they're dealing with and the things that they're achieving, and they're worried about you, it's making them very sad. It's making them miss you quite a bit. This could even be their schedule. They know they can't do this forever because it's, you know, it affects them emotionally. But they're moving out of the sadness factor of it, because I feel both of you guys are going to communicate about what's going on and what to do from here. Interesting. Okay. The energy between you has been a bit scattered. There could have been conflict in a gossip sense, and I feel both of you are meditating upon the past. Both of you are getting crosswise when it comes to what this relationship is. You know, are we in it? Are we moving? Is it? What's going on? Again, trigger points, especially with the Gemini moon, there can be a lot of jealous points when it comes to third-party energies. Now, third-party energies, like I said, doesn't have to be a person. It can be a person, a place, or a thing. And very much doesn't have to be cheating. It can be old energy of past tense scenarios in a sense of what you're currently dealing with in Aries, tying up of these loose ends to bring the balance back for you so that you can have balance with this person. I do feel there's communication coming in, and again on your counterpart's energy, they've got messages, so they're wanting them. And I feel you're going to communicate your truth about all the dramas that you've been dealing with, because at the heart of the reading, you guys have deep love. But you're going to talk about what hasn't worked in the past and how to bring it to balance. Yeah. You know the truth, and at the moment you feel you can't be organically yourself. Both of you are feeling this, that there is a hindrance to it. Both of you are going with flow with it and surrendering and waiting for these tower moments to fall and the balance to come in. And you're making the choice to do that because you know that this is going to alchemize into a very deep connection once this has gone through. But I do feel by August things will be more balanced. But again, I feel it's a manifestation from the previous Lionsgate portal and it's coming in, which is odd. This could be with a Leo. But again, I'm not putting signs in because this is your energy overall and then that of your love interest. So it's collective energy. If you need a booking, you can go to the link below. Check in with me mid-month and we will see what's going on with you guys. Good luck with the things that you're dealing with. I feel you'll handle them fine. And I do feel you're going to find a solution to and I feel you're directly working on these situations regardless. I do feel your love interest is aware. Not necessarily to the depth of the degree of what you are dealing with, but I do feel they're in awareness of this situation. The communication I do feel will assist this. Both of you try and be open with each other, and I feel that it will really cement the connection and help you guys bridge that gap.